Okay, I think the mic's going now. Wait. Got everything set up properly. I think so. Session 2. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. What I want to do, what I don't want to do, that kind of jazz. I do want to actually talk a whole bunch while doing this, or if I'm just going to do the reading. I really don't know. Fun. Anybody who decides to watch this, if there's any questions about why I'm restarting, is that honestly, this is probably my favorite RPG story. You know, it's obviously they had a lot more time than the normal RPG, but make that story. But I just really enjoyed it. And I've thought here recently that I'd really like to go back through it, so... And actually, like, try to remember stuff, because I've been playing this since... Oh gosh. It first launched. I played 1.0. But I've basically been playing off and on since then, and after the 2.0 launch. I've kind of seen it evolve the whole time, and I really haven't done a straight playthrough before, like trying to actually go from ARR all the way to the end in the modern couple of expansions. I think when I started my main was Penelope here in her little spacesuit. I think I started that character because I'd had a few other characters, you know, before on a different server. I think I started this character sometime around Stormblood, and I don't think I've really tried to go from start to finish since Stormblood. I think it'll be fun. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm just gonna... Everything else is okay, just fine. The volume might be on the music might be a little too loud, but okay, cool. So session 2 with Traveler, and of course there's a queue. I'm also testing my new buttons, make sure my microphone's working properly. Fine. I think one of the nice parts about Final Fantasy 14 as an MMO is that it honestly, it starts you off slow. It's gone. Just know it. Gods, if I hadn't enough problems already. The wrong package? Buffalo, you bloody oaf. Horizon package. Euro 12 send. You've spared me quite the headache, friend. Thank you. If only there were so many other misplaced shipments plaguing me these days. Don't mind if I do. If you get time to spare, don't you? Make yourself useful and help me find my missing crates. The manifest clearly states that 3 crates were bound for East Aldern Trading Company were included in the latest shipment to Vesper Bay. I can't seem to find the bloody things. They ought to be around here somewhere. I can't waste any more time looking. So find the crates. Bring them to me. No. This just can't be happening. There's no time to send any more, no. You there. Please, you must help me. Go kill as many cactar as you must gather 4 bottles of their blood. I don't care if you have to hunt every little green bastard to extinction. Please, there's no time to explain. Just know that my very life hangs in the balance. For the love of gods, hurry, man. Why do you need cactar blood like that? Mean and Scorpion's Crossing is worried of her Chocobo. Let's find out. You there? Yes, you. You're an adventurer, aren't you? You travel about Eorzea slaying beasts and finding treasure of that sort of thing? I've in need of your help. I must travel to Horizon where my cargo awaits. My Chocobo, Slugger, won't move an ilm. I tried to have a closer look, but I saw a vile pair of antennae poking about from his feathers. I lost the nerve. I love Slugger with all my heart, but bugs I cannot do. I fear he may have a parasite ladybug that's gorging itself on his blood. Ew. Check him for me, would you? And if you find a ladybug dug in there somewhere, kill the damn thing. Come here, Slugger. You got a ladybug in you? I didn't know ladybugs were hostile. Rude. Where there's a heart, where the heart is, the goblet. I never claimed to be able to read English. I don't think I ever proclaimed that. Have you heard the news about the goblet? All the quality lands so desperately coveted is to be auctioned off to bidders, regardless of their origins. Even adventurers might have the right to participate. Just imagine an area that could end up being owned by wealthy foreign... I beg your pardon, sir. It isn't that I dislike adventurers, far from it. But when you consider that Ul'dah is struggling to accommodate countless of refugees, the idea of the land being sold for profit is not surprising whatsoever, come to think of it. Still, the least they could do is give the parental treatment to the hardworking Uldarians like me. I've been saving for years, but just waiting for the opportunity like this to come along. Say, you wouldn't be curious as well, would you? About the goblet? My hands are full here, But if you're a moment ahead to the way to look into the auction business on my behalf, I'd be so grateful. There's a bound to be an immortal flame representative at the gates of the goblet, who can explain what's going on. This couldn't happen without General Robon's approval. That much I'm sure. Apparently can't read English or read flavored English today. But oh. Gooey. Slugger says thank you. And you've got my thanks as well. I was sure as sunup that the parasite was a ladybug. Must have latched itself on somewhere on the road. But how the bloody thing managed to conceal itself at that size is a complete mystery. In fact, I'm not even going to question it. I'm just going to move on. It's all behind me. If we don't keep our chocobos healthy, cargo won't be able to move over the land. We owe these birds a great debt. Wish more folks saw that. Agreed. Chocobos are great. Now, I am going to go after more cactar because apparently someone's life is dependent upon it. You know, you can eat cactus, certain types of cactus. I wonder if you can eat cactars. FF questions. Hashtag FF questions. I've had cactus. It's delicious when cooked right. It can be kind of slimy if it's not, you know, like okra. People make okra wrong and it's too slimy. If you've never had okra, in the South where I am, South of America, no. In the south of the U.S., not the south of America, because South of America is a place. I swear I've had caffeine today. Maybe. I don't know how this guy didn't know where his crates were. They're clearly marked. Crates up here? Nope. Got red stickers on them. Pick up here. Ah, there's great. I mean, they're clearly marked. They've got a red sticker and they glow. Guess you can't see the glow. Fair. Did you find the crates? Yes. Good job, my friend. These will make the next wagon thanks to you. These shipments never stop coming, day in, day out. Just keep track of everything is enough to give me a migraine. Business is good, true, but what use is money if you haven't time to spend it? I haven't downed a pint with my friends in weeks. Yeah, it sounds like you need a break. Have you brought the cactar blood? All 4 bottles? Show me. You've saved my hired friend. Just stopped to give my cargo a check on the way to Ul'dah and saw that all my bottles of Razahan skin tonic were empty, as the Garleans promised. Looks as though the lid shook off in transit and the whole load spilled right out, but I refuse to have it say that Goldum failed to make good on his delivery. Cactar blood is supposed to help keep the skin supple. I'll just use what you've brought to fill up the empty bottles, and all those lovely Ul'dah lays will be none the wiser. Oh, don't worry about getting found out. Razahan skin tonic is a rare find, and all the more so far this south. I'd venture none in Ul'dah would even know the amplitude of their own pass. Wow. So a note for Ul'dah ladies, Cactar blood keeps your skin supple. Yes, full of collagen, maybe. Boxes, crates, barrels, lifting, moving, stacks. There's no end to it. I'm tired. So tired. Hey, friend. Do a hard-working stranger a kindness, would you? Are we really strangers at this point? See this letter safe to Kippo at the Silver Bazaar. I'd call on her myself, but I haven't had the time, and I doubt with these weary legs will carry me, even if I did. I'd like to send her something nice along with it. Could I trouble you to scrounge up, say, 5 hammer break tail feathers? God knows I can find the beasts easy enough around here. Kippo's a dear old friend. Called the Silver Bazaar her home for a long time. There's been an ill rumor that the place late. I'd just like to make sure she's well is all. Seems like a nice guy. Let's go check out the goblet. Or whatever that is on my map, mini-map. Oh, hammer bricks, okay. Break over there. Hammer beat. Break. We're gonna go check the goblet, though. Oh, I haven't set up. Okay. A little quick fine configuration here. Where's auto run? We're doing that. There we go. Auto run is key. Very important. Tragic, some may say, the only adventurers will be permitted to settle within these wards, but such decisions are made by wiser men than I. A beautiful place, the Goblet. A man-made oasis built atop a towering butte. Ah, well, why bother explaining it to you? I mean, you can see it yourself. Just head through those gates and follow the road. If you wish to know more about the Goblet, speak to the recruiting station just past the entrance. They'll be happy to assist. Go check out the Goblet. Housing. And anyone who knows anything about Final Fantasy knows that housing is the true endgame. Let's pick a ward. This is a weird menu to read, but like you can see here, like RP and stuff like that. You can see the sizes: small, medium, large. And if anything's for sale, it won't have a name here. It'll actually have a price tag on it. So there's 60 plots per ward. See, there's 30 wards. So there's There's a lot of houses in here, but it's honestly not enough to supply the demand. Like, it's always crazy to try to get a house. I did not get my house on my main until 2 years ago. It took me all that time and countless redos by basically Square Enix to even get my house. And I had to get lucky because it was a lottery system. And I tried a lot, like camping out long periods of time and talking to people and trying to talk them out of bidding on my house. And yeah, it took a while. It took a while, but we're just gonna go into World War. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Goblet. Beg your pardon? The old woman asked you to learn more about the auctions? Oh, dear adventurer. As you may have heard, these plots are reserved exclusively for adventurers. Since your friend is an old citizen, ineligible to participate. Do yourself mind getting a plot to praise the resident caretaker? I'll guide you through the process. Give her the bad news. Sorry, my dear. Only adventurers can partake. That's classism, I think. You've returned. Tell me, what have you learned from the auctions? Eh? What do you mean they're reserved exclusively for adventurers? I mean, sure, times are tough and every nation is scrambling to attract formidable fighters. But what about my needs? What about the 40 acres and a chocobo? Ah, this isn't fair. I agree. 40 acres and a chocobo. I like that. I'll have my 40 acres and a chocobo sometime. Possibly not on this character. Oh, it's fate. We're joining fate. Cactars trying to get their blood because it'll make my skin supple. I got you, dude. Need more cactars? Okay. A little extra bonus XP while we're on the road. Ooh. Anytime you see those little, I always think they look like cookies. But they're like little semicircles. That means that it's part of the hunt log. Or one of your hunt logs or something like that. Because like later on, you get different kinds of logs and it's the same symbol. Although I think some it changes to like nuts. Like an acorn nut. Getting that level up. Bring out your dead one. Achieved. Certainly when you're leveling up on a fresh account, the hunt log is fantastic. And whenever you're leveling like a fresh class, I think the hunt log is always worth doing in ARR. Because it's really good XP for just doing something you're already doing, which is just killing random gobbledygooks. And a lot of times, if you're following the quests, including like the side quests and stuff like that, you will just run into stuff randomly. Cool. Oh, we got a destination over here. You know, before I even do that, I do think I have some stuff I need to put on. I feel like 5. Okay. Heck. Have I gotten anything graded that I could? No, I haven't done this. I guess we'll do this. These are all. So, like I mentioned at the beginning, I've been playing for a very long time. And there's all these bonuses that you get. Like there's when first version came out, there was something called the Veterans Rewards. So like if you had a subscription for a very long time, you would get rewards over time, which was really cool. I think they stopped it at, I think it was like 245 months or something like that. Which of course I subscribed for that long, which says something about me as a person. Typical MMO player. But there's other ones like, you know, I bought collector's editions of the game and stuff like that. So they get like little minions and stuff like that. So whenever I make a fresh character, which isn't often, I think I've only really kind of done it a couple of times. You get all this interesting stuff sent to you that you can then, you know, learn. Like I've got some vouchers for some things. Fantasia is really cool if I wanted to like change race or class or something like that, or race rather. Might as well get these out of my inventory. That's it. And some of these are kind of cool. Like this is Garnet right here, wind up Garnet from Final Fantasy 9. Zidane, Final Fantasy 9 as well. I was talking to somebody on Blue Sky the other day, and we were talking about Final Fantasy, and they'd made reference to something out of Final Fantasy 3, and I mentioned that particular character, Pua Pua, which is way later, is actually in Final Fantasy 14 too, and their response was, that doesn't count, everything is in Final Fantasy 14. Which is not wrong. There's so many Final Fantasy references in this game. It's kind of staggering. Okay. Cool. We've got that all taken care of. I've got my little outfit here. So let's hit the destination now. Gonna be using fried fish. Then we're gonna hit this destination and wait. Okay, hostile. Nice. Uh-oh. Ooh, fate. I just played a new game that I just started here recently. Fantasy Life I. And I feel like the game may have been influenced by Final Fantasy 14 because, at least in my experience, I've never known a game to have a system like the Fate system, which is what I'm doing right now. And it feels like Fantasy Life I has a Fate system, which is kind of neat. Because certainly when ARR 2.0 came out, when you got to the higher levels, the Fate system was really how you leveled. Like, you would grind Fates at higher levels, which not the best experience, if I'm gonna be honest. But that being said, you know, you did what you had to do, you know. Okay, we got one more over here. Gold medal. Love that for me. Go strong wolf. I never really use these, but they are absolutely something you can use. So like if you don't want to walk or run. I always run everywhere. I guess for efficiency, the porters make a lot of sense. I just never want to spend the gil. They'll take you places. Like, it's basically a taxi service or like a flight point. Well, that's it then. Come to try and scare these poor folk off our land again? Go on, do your worst. I'll not budge a step from this spot. Amberbeak feathers and a letter? Dear gods, it's from Oswell. Have you seen him? Is he well? Dearest Kipu. Kipu. Is Kiki. Dearest Kikipu. It's been too long since I wrote you last. How have you fared since? As ever, I'm a slave to my trade, and sadly, it has seen fit to take me through the Silver Bazaar in years. It hasn't taken me through the Silver Bazaar in years. I have heard it told of Scum and Ulda have set their sights on the Silver Bazaar, and it seems beyond saving. Really, how long do you mean to linger in that horrid hovel? Remember, some birds just aren't meant to be caged. Spread your wings and soar once more, Kikipu. Spread my wings and soar? By the gods. This is by far the most ridiculous letter I've ever read. And Hammerbeak feathers. The dolt does realize he sent me feathers of a flightless bird, doesn't he? Well, Oswald can be a bugger himself. I have no intentions of stepping one ilm out of this hovel, much less soaring from it. It's my hovel, and I love it. You tell him, Kikipu. You've a warm face for an outsider. Not like those curs loitering about in the bazaar. Surely you've seen the hammers to the east of here, or at least heard of them. Well, a few of their workers have decided to drop in on us and give us little rest and relaxation. But they're no workers. They're nothing but hired muscles sent to threaten the people of the bazaar and harass our shops. And they're not the first. But I dare say a formidable lad such as yourself might be able to scare them off with some strongly worded doubts. What do you say? Strongly worded doubts. Like, I doubt I can strongly word this enough to make you leave? You're done making use of the testing grounds, are you? Cough up a fee then. There's nothing so tender as a bit of meat pummeled by a one-eyed wizard. Nice doing business with you, Thermitage. You say Thermitage? Has this mage just completed the guild trial? Ah, Master Alchemist. What brings you out from the bazaar on this fine evening? Blah, 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 I can speak. The gentleman here just slew himself a plump vulture. You'd be surprised at how many of these scepter-wielding sorcerers end up getting sliced up to ribbons by a beak and talon. That's not the sort of flesh you taste for, you understand? My brothers, not again. I have a letter in the mail from the Moogle. Hey there, friend. I've a sure way into some easy gil if you're interested. It won't even require you to break a sweat. Not much of one. All you need to do is lay enough rusty comblongs to gather 4 bottles of comblong grease, and then deliver them to Hurl by the name of Albert at the Hammers. Once he has the grease, he can use it to keep the hammers running. Wouldn't it be more simple? I'm surrounded by fools here. They detest the hammers and the new way of life they symbolize. They care only for the success of the past, and it binds them to the opportunities of the present. Change isn't coming, friend. It's already here. I call the Silver Bazaar home for now, but I have no lingering affection for the place. I'll go wherever the gil is to be gotten. You're a capitalist. You're a capitalist that wants me to go get grease. I feel like there's a joke there. Looky here, 2 new letters have arrived for you, Kippu. Oh. More stuff. Oh, it's the lunar whale mount. Ew. What's this one? Oh yeah, the mechanical lotus. Can't use mounts yet. But we'll stick them in the inventory. Let's do some doubts. Your ears working? I said piss off. Enough already. I'm leaving. But tell your bloody Kikipoo this is the end of nothing. You hear? Nothing. Don't besmirch my Kikipoo. looking for people to tell to shuffle off. Oh, there's one down there, but we got a quest here. Danielle? Please, you must help me. It's my father. Is he Obi-Wan? Well, he isn't dying or anything. He's a fisherman by trade, you see, but he's broke his only compass. He hasn't been able to put out to sea for weeks. Compass is very special. It was crafted by the goldsmiths of I am not trying to say that. Repairing it will require chunks of magmite. Such stones can be found near the lighthouse, but the search is not without its dangers. The area is rife with earth spikes drawn to the magnetism. I'm a lonely fisherman's son. I have no arm for fighting, nor the stomach. 3 chunks of magmite would serve to mend the compass. Once you find them, please take them to my father, Galphorus. No doubt he'll be dawdling around in the bazaar, as always. Alright, Danielle. You can talk to me all day if you like. Short of the Galilean Legion marching through the gate, I won't be getting up anytime soon. We're gonna doubt you. You Silver Bazaar folk are annoying as all hells. I'll give you that. Bugger this job. I'm off to find some peace and quiet. So, the nickname for Lalafels is potatoes. If a Lalafell is laying on the ground, or on a couch possibly, does that make them a couch potato? Is that a bad question? Oh, we're down 2. Sitting around, picking on poor folk. Easiest bloody gil I ever made. And the funniest. Touch you. Persistent little bastard, ain't ya? Fine. I'm on my way. Tell that Kiki Poo this ain't over. Leave Kiki Poo alone. My business is my own. Now get out of my sight before I put you out of it. Yep. Doubting you'll do anything. Bah. I was just about to leave anyway. Don't go think you had any part in it. Time to tell Kikipu I doubt they're going to stop, but I did doubt them. Are they gone then? All of them? Well, that's a relief. Serves them right for trying to scare honest folk from their homes so their own masters can buy them. The hammers were built to pound to the ground here into solid foundation. The plan is to turn these tacks into manors and manis or Thalian wealth. The same fate awaits the Silver Bazaar. Since the value of the land is set to rise, small wonder some opportunists are trying to drive us all off so they can have it all for themselves. The Silver Bazaar may not be what it used to be. Aye. More people leave now than they come, and the shops are closed more than open. But it's my home, and I don't mean to be chased off by some bloody gillionaire craven who sends common thugs to do his dirty work. Alright, we're going to head up to the lighthouse here. Oops, there's some rusties. Not, not, not getting blown up today. I appreciate the offer. Not happening. Moving out of the way. Okay, don't need to deal with the rusties. Just looking for... Oh. Okay. Earth Elemental. Magmite here. So if you haven't played Hermitage before, what I'm doing is I'm using Transpose to go between fire and ice, because ice lets me regenerate my mana pool, and every time you move through you get a free cast of thunder. And thunder's just like a dot. Oh, I probably should actually kill this thing first. And doing this floating back and forth with Transpose is part of the regular rotation in the early game with this type of class. Don't waste your time here, mate. Bloody compass done broke on me. I'll not be fishing this day, nor the next, more than likely. Magmite. Daniel asked me if he would do it, did he? So Dad's to fix up the old compass and get back out to sea, is he? Bitchin' I saw a fat fish, huh? I've a vessel that's barely seaworthy, and a scuss big enough to loan me. I have no crew, no hands to help us all haul. A bloody day, a sea busting for me, my ass is just a few gill at best. Gods, days aren't where they were. Time when you would scarcely count the ships that we used to be making berth here. There's no empty going purse or stomach in all the bazaar. All ships ain't got a place to go to sea no more. Elsewhere I go, I'm in need of a shadow and a wake from some monstrous trawler scene. The old ways are done, and we little fishermen are done and lost our way. Ain't no fisherman anymore, nor much a father, I suppose. Just a broken man with a broken compass and broken dreams. That's sad. I perchance, my friend, bring me the Magmite. Give it maybe some more thought, I put it back in to sea after all. But even if me compass is fixed, I still ain't got the coppers to lures. Was waylaid by some goblin muggers a few weeks back, and they're just northeast of here. Even bastards made off with all my lures. Dozens, I'm told. Must you fellows be some earth spites? You might be able to get the magma chunks. Am I right? So if I reckon you could put down a few goblins and bring me back my lures. Those I could make it to just a tour of them. A couple of copper ones should serve now. Yep, helping a broken man put his life back together. I can't tell if he's broken or lazy. Possibly broke. Both. Helpless diligent worker. So this is a different kind of fate where you can just actually ask them to start the fate. And then help them out. Okay. Here I go pick stuff up. I wonder how many of these I need to stop the fate. And should I kill Earth? Oh, yep, there is a sprite. Not want to hit that because that is not sure how many it's gonna take. Okay. I think we've got a few here. Oop, something just decided to take a fight with me. Alright. Some 8 happens. Okay, so it's like 16 or something like that. Okay. One of them will spawn here somewhere. Oh, yep. Looking for another one to spawn, maybe. Oh, right there. Normally these go a lot faster if people are actually here, but being that it's the middle of a Saturday on a holiday weekend in the States, nobody's here. No. Just a little old traveler shooting at some rocks. We got achievement, crush your enemies. We got 8 more cores. I still need more. So it's 20. I apparently don't know how to count. Fine. We'll get 4 more. spawn somewhere. I see one over there. Oops, this one saw me first. Alright. You have another one spawn on me somewhere? Are we good? Oh, he spawned all the way back there. Alright, I think that's enough to finish this up. Yep. Okay, cool. So, one of the things to note about fates, and I didn't realize this until a long time after I had been doing fates and stuff like that, is that you can leave when it says like a timer, like the fate is about to end, and it gives you like a minute or something timer. You can leave. You don't have to hang about until it clears out, because you completed a thing. It's going to reward you regardless, which is nice. We're gonna pop some buggers here. Boom. Keeping it going. See, there's the reward from the that was the reward for the fate. Abelard. Well, see, is it? Can't you see I'm busy cleaning the sand cogs from these hammers? Gods, I'd kill for a few bottles of the grease right now. I just happen to have your grease. Probably grease. Bafano must have sent you. Thank the gods for both of you. Before long, these traces would be covered in the estates of Uldaz leaked. The ground must be so loose, can't be built upon. Hammers are to pound in to make the solid foundation. And once we're done, then these structures can start to rise. The building was planned to stretch even further, to the heart of the Silver Bazaar even, but it seems the powers that be have met with some local resistance. I hear some last name Kikipu holds the rights to the bulk of the land there. Covered to a fault, that one. A bloody thorn in the side. She is adorable. You leave her alone. Alright, gal. It ain't easy to ask, but I'm asking all the same, friend. 2 copper lures to get me back to the sea, put me in Danielle's heart at ease. I'll be damned to be copper lures. Never thought I'd get these buttes again. Bloody hells, them goblins surely banged them up, though. Bah, ain't gonna be catching fish with these. But that's that. Must have never held them and told me to give the sea legs. Might as well be a new life waiting out there somewhere. Maybe my compass will lead me to it. Horns be bred here if I was. I ain't ever called no other place home. Times are changing though. Suppose I could sell off my land to those bloody prospectors and see what else is out there for me. Don't give in. Those bloody prospectors are vultures. Like this little one here, the capitalist. You're lucky I need gear. Those goddamn haulers. Who do they think they are? I pay good coin and... Ah, you there. You're one of those task-seeking adventurer types, aren't you? Some wares I ordered from Ul'dah merchants have arrived, but those bloody worthless haulers just dropped them outside the gates and left them. I ain't obliged to bring them any further, little lazy bastards. Gate to the bazaar is still a bazaar. Orders ain't saying nothing about deliver 'em to homes. The gal. These 3 pieces is all. You bring those in for me? Apparently I am a furniture hauler now. Or a package hauler. I feel like this is what they mean by humble beginnings. Siege and Surger. It's terrible, traveler. Simply terrible. Please, you must help us. You've already done so much for us, I know, but we're in grave danger. Those fiends have drawn up fake contracts for sale and are trying to use them to drive us out of the bazaar. You smell that, Kiki-Poo? That's the smell of inevitability. You knew this day would come, simply chose to fill the interim with resistance rather than acceptance. Brave, but foolish. Back for more, Kendrick. How many times must I say it before it's into that thick skull of yours? I'll die before I see one elm of this land fall into your hand. Easily arranged, I assure you. Kiki, listen to reason. You know who we are. You know our deed. No hope in them. Look at this miserable place, a stain on the map. You resist now, but I swear I will lay waste to the shabby tents and broken buildings, and when I'm finished, I guarantee you will thank me for it. You stupid, foolish man. Couldn't be more wrong. We may no longer boast the visitors or the guilds of days past, but this is a home to me and many more. Our memories are here, years worth of them, decades. We sweated together when the dung was well. We laughed and drank together in every festival, and we mourned together when each life the desert took from us. That is the Silver Bazaar. That is home. Those memories are what make this place, and I swear to the 12 above, I'll feed you and whatever masters you serve your own manhood before I let you destroy it. Stubborn girl, no matter. The sale is all but concluded. Look about you. Rights of seizure have already been posted. And I don't think of taking them were you. End this futile fight, Kiki-Poo. There's far more of us, and if you truly are willing to die for this place, we're more than willing to oblige you. Traveler, please. The writs of seizure, you must tear them down and chase Kendrick out from here once and for all. Just about a bitch. Really? Don't mind me. I'm just tearing down the stupidity that you have placed. Fine. I just put him to sleep, that's all. Wink, wink. I realize I'm, looting this off the wall over your dead body, but, no disrespect. Hey, you're a big one. Who's the better mage? I think it's me. Bye. Alrighty, one more. Oh, jeez. Sometimes Lalafells are just really hard to target. Okay. Oh no, wait, no. Now we fight. Dum Dum? With the shaved haircut? I thought you might be coming along. Pity you're too late. The demolitionists are already on their way. Every building bearing writ of seizure will be rubble within hours. Here, you can have these back. Ritz, what have you done? That means my men. But that's impossible. Day may be yours, but I will be back soon with far more fearsome company. You've made an enemy for life, you fool. I won't be content with simply seeing the bazaar struck off the map. No. I will not rest until its name is wiped off every history book in Eorzea. He really needs a hobby. Maybe this is his hobby. I have no idea. So Kendrick is gone for now, is he? That's certainly the brightest news we've had in a while, though I can't help but wonder about the more fearsome company he threatens to bring. I've never had a way with words, bloody prattling things, but would like to thank you, traveler. Not just save the Silver Bazaar, but you've saved me. Saved who I am. I see now that you've had a mountain of constant vigilance to keep your home from harm. But it's the vigil I welcome. I stand up to any threat that comes through that gate. And will stand with you. Capitalist. What do you... saw what you did having their traveler chase off Kendrick and all. It's true there ain't much worth fighting for, but it's home, gosh damn it, and I ain't for one ready to give up on it just yet. Aye, this is home, and even if there was nothing left at sand and cracked stone, I'd say we build something right here together. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And most of all, thank you, traveler. There's no fine garment of gold-spun brocade here, no bustling port with a ship full of cargo and fish, but the better days live on in our hearts, we in the Silver Bazaar, and it is us, our memories, our past, and our history. That is what this place is made. So long as we remain, so too does hope. You've taught us what to defend with our homes we love, and from now on, no less of ourselves than done for us. I've a final favor to ask you. This letter. I wondered, would you deliver it to Mordred for me? Your next visit will die. She and I have been friends for many years. Let her read my words. You'll be able to give you a reward I cannot. Gods, those oafs better not damage my bags. Well, you find them? Let's see. Yes. Excellent. Everything is accounted for. These bags contain garments of sun-silk tapestries, though each is flawed in some way. In Ulda, even a minor misthread is enough to turn a most luxurious gown into fodder for the furnaces. Not here, though. So long as the garments bear a famous name, the souls of the Silver Bazaar have no qualms with quality. Times used to be better. We were never driven to such lows, but Gil is hard to come by now, and more so with each passing day. All that's left in this bazaar is to overly proud souls with underlying developing taste. Everyone clings to the glories of Golden Pass, and yet none make efforts to reach the dismal present. I pray this damnable bazaar someday sinks beneath sands that strangle it. Sooner and better. Just literally said in that other cutscene here for, you know, cracking stones and stuff. That's capitalist for you. If he can make a buck, he'll change his tune. Alright, cool. We're done with Silver Bazaar. Ooh, okay. Hammer Beaks. Let's go. Dude, man, did I do? Lightless bird. Thara Null. I guess she's not, like, trying to do the fake. She's after the little dudes. Ooh. I think what I like about Fates is like it's not exact. It's grinding. It is technically grinding, but like more interesting grinding. It's like a mini quest, but it's not. More. Where is he? There he is. Fantastic. Okay. Now, something with Final Fantasy Quest that I think is useful to note. I'm going to skip that one right there. You see all these like teleport points. You could actually like teleport to that and save the running. But I feel like at this level, you might as well just run through and get any fates that you're running into. I'm going to do this one because I don't have to collect. I don't particularly like the collecting ones. Unless there's a lot of people doing it. If there is, then yeah, I like the collecting ones. If I'm solo like this... Oh, dang, that one just finished. Huh? Yeah, never mind, I didn't even see the timer on it. Okay. But yeah, like... I think it's better just to run. Honestly, save your gil. At this level, I'd rather not burn my gil. Because like, I'm gonna go up there and go ahead and grab that point. There's also a level 10 Fate right there with 12 meds left on it, so I'm gonna snap that up. You could also use the Porter. Porter probably would be faster. I probably should use the Porter more. I really never ever use them. Oh, is this a boss one? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Yeah, let's give these guys a little hand. Talking about mage rotations, I'm going to say mage because thermomage is the correct term for this level of class, but like you eventually become black mage, and we'll get to that quest, which is later down the line. Black mage is kind of cool. It is always the class that I tend to gravitate toward in this game on some level. Or at least I did for a long time. Like, it was my main class for a long time. These days, my main class is Painter. Which I've really enjoyed, but I tend to play the range classes over anything else. For a long time, it was Black Mage, and then I kind of fell in love with Bard. And it was Bard for a very long time. And it has recently switched to Painter with the new expansion. Painter feels like, to me, it feels a little bit like Bard, but it also feels like Black Mage and Red Mage. Which I'm a big fan of Red Mage too. Honestly, probably until Painter, probably the most interesting range class in my opinion. That's sweet. Okay. Ooh, I just learned Blizzard 2. I think that's my first AoE spell. Well, that's nice. I want to sleep on the bar, but I don't really need to keep Adel here. The odds of me using Adel anytime soon are probably pretty low. Adel is lowers the target's physical damage dealt by 5, and then increases the magic dealt by 10. Definitely, like, really good on boss fights. But it has, I think its uptime is pretty short. It's 10 seconds, and then it's got a 90-second recast time. So, like, for questing and stuff like that, I don't ever bother with it. I do realize I am talking way more than I did in the first video, in the first session, but that's fine. I think it's fine. Okay, so we're gonna go to Ulda. So yeah, 5 gil, flight point. So you can dismount off of the porters, which is right here. But we're gonna take this little short moment here. I'm gonna do a little HUD rotation. These porter bars, I tend to put right about there, just to keep them out of the way. But something I think that's bigger and more important is that I'm moving the scenario guide and quest guide over here. I like all the quest stuff to be on the right for me. I'm gonna actually move these into alignment because I am one of those people that starts to have like a little OCD problem if everything's not in alignment. Yeah, have it more over there. So then you just got all your quests here. You just always have them there. But yeah, like I was mentioning, porters are kind of like flight points for Final Fantasy XIV. Or at least until you get flying. And then flying is like the best. There we go. I do like that in Final Fantasy for the porters, they actually tell you how long you're going to be on the porter. So that's definitely something that's different between Final Fantasy and other MMOs that I played. I played WoW for a very long time. I played WoW and this simultaneously for a long time. And travel is just better in this game. They're just better about that level of convenience. Respecting your time a little bit better. Okobago. Okobago. Ah, welcome back, traveler. You seem to have done well. Both eyes intact. Face appears to be unshredded. It's truly the most terrible feeling to have one's casting interrupted by a heinous injury. It's one of the easier trials, you ask me. Well away from pointy, slashy, bashy things if you want to reach the end of the arcane utterance. That's just common sense. Fortune favors the fighter who flings fire from afar. I simply love the look of loathing leveled at me from a distant duelist distressed by my deadly downpour. We Therminages excel at offense, but fail miserably at defense. Our most effective strategy is to topple our adversaries with overwhelming force before they have a chance to respond. Honor is for knights and the dead mages. Traveler, your studies appear to be progressing nicely. Won't be long before you dominate the battlefield as an avatar of sorcerous destruction. So it's true, Bunky. Don't try to hide from me, Boigo. Or you, Ban, or you, Bez, or you, Baha. Cocobiz? What are you doing here? You promised. You promised you'd teach me next. Yes. Well, yes, of course we did, Busy. But Traveler here was most insistent. And once again you brush me aside in the hope that I will abandon my heart's desire. Why do you deny me? I hate you all of you. Please, Busy. You shouldn't say such hurtful things. You know how delicate Baigo is. That was Coco Busy, our youngest brother. He is so dearly wishes to become a Thermidage like the rest of us, but it simply isn't possible. The poor boy's aesthetic levels are pitifully low. We thought we had convinced him to accept fate's cruel winks when he had entered the Alchemist Guild, yet yearns to walk the path of the Thermitage. Such is Koko's determination that he spends all his waking moments experimenting with alchemical concoctions. Concoctions, not Caucasians. Oof. Seeking a method by which he can expand his capacity for arcane manipulation. Well, this is obviously not your concern. Back to the abyss with you, young Thermidage. And I mean that in the most encouraging manner possible. Let's compare real quick. Okay, that's the same. This is rusty. This is a long one, though. It gives me more defense. I think it takes... Ooh, here we go. I don't have a ring. I think I have a bracer, though, which is it's a nice bracer. So I'm going to take the ring. And we got a weapon upgrade. There we go. And I'm level 12 now, so I can start the next quest chain. Guildmaster Kokomi wishes you to learn the second chapter of the Thermidage, the Yawning Abyss. Yes, Traveler, yes. The aura of power surrounding you is palpable. The glare begins to blind my Thermitage's eye. Your lesson today shall be taught by Kokoben. Go to him. Hear from chapter entitled The Threat of Paucity. Ah, so Traveler, you've come to learn at the foot of the third eldest brother, have you? I promise you, however, your education shall not be third-rate. Let us read from the second chapter, shall we? Are you settled in? No last-moment trips to the privy? Very well. The threat of policy. Ah, how magnificent the ruthless power we wield. Flames devour, ice entombs, and lightning courses through the stricken bodies of our foes. But, oh, such desperation when we, the wellsprings, run dry. Flames sputter out, ice melts to slush, and lightning sparks no longer. You know this threat, and mind you the limits of your mortal vessel. A terrifying thought, isn't it? A Thermidage who has exhausted his arcane reserves is naught but a man with a stick and a funny hat. For we mages, you may very well adequately have etheric flowing through you, your veins, and your lifeblood. Should a battle find us lacking in this precious resource, we are as good as dead. Controlling the aperture of your power requires an understanding of etheric balance. Scales can tip in one of two directions, astral or umbral. When your mind and spirit lean in the umbral direction, your Thermidage is affected in a state known as umbral ice. This potency of your spells is diminished, but requires less energy to invoke. On the other hand, a Thermidage in the astral fire state will find this potency of his incantations enhanced, but at a greater cost of etheric stamina. Now, with this concept of etheric balance and the efficiency cascading foremost in your mind, I bid you to go forth and slay 8 nths. Pray do your best to stay alive. It reflects so badly on me when the mutilated corpse of one of our pupils is returned to the ossuary. Also a traveler. We have more quests to turn in. Back in one piece, are you? About bloody time. I admit you're looking as though you picked up a sword yesterday, but you handled yourself well enough, and I give you that. And here, I'll give you this then as well. Ain't worth a night in Uldo's finest pillow house, but I'm sure they'll be finding use for it. They have pillow houses here? Things you learn. Alright. We're gonna take the gold piece. My plan, as far as classes are concerned, so like one of the nice parts about Final Fantasy 14 is you get to be all the classes. You don't have to change characters, right? So making alts is not something you normally do, but in this instance, I'm trying to replay the story, and there is New Game Plus mode that'll let you just kind of go through it. But I like the experience of gaining MP. I find that more fun. I don't like the New Game Plus mode so much. It also feels like a new story, which I prefer a new story. So this is a different character in my head, very much an RPG way. Traveler is not a tank. Fairly confident. None of these fit him. He is very much a caster. I think of the healers, probably Scholar and Sage are going to be the ones I choose. I don't think Astrologian, certainly not Conjurer. He is not going to be a white mage. Astrologian, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to have to see how I feel about it whenever I get there. But Scholar is associated with Arcanist. So that is one that's just naturally going to happen. They level together. It's the only class that does that. But Arcanist, like, he is very much a mage. So, like, all of these mage classes make a ton of sense for him. So Mage right now, Arcanist, Red Mage, Pictomancer, Blue Mage. Blue Mage is a weird. That's a weird class. It's what's it? Limited job is what they call it. That's right there in the highlight. So I feel like all of these are 100% what I'm working on. I'm not going to be doing that. Sage is definitely, I think, the main healer for him. This feels like this will probably be the main one. I'm still uncertain if he will do any melee damage at all. Because of Red Mage, I think there is some level of thematic need to have one melee. You know, just in an RPG, like, where does he learn to use a sword? Samurai, maybe? Or maybe Rogue? I don't know. I don't know that there's a straight correlation other than Samurai. But we'll see. I do not think he will be doing any range DPS either. So I think we're going to be doing strictly the caster classes for him. Probably 2 healers. Possibly Samurai. But I think the rest of it we're going to leave be. The other sword class, if I really did want to pick a tank, there's 2, maybe Gunbreaker. Maybe Gunbreaker is the way I go into Red Mage. But that's all RP kind of in my head. As far as this is concerned, I don't know if we're going to do any of these on this character. It's a lot of work. And I really want to... I'm really focusing on the story, so... Story and redoing all the quests and having fun with that. So, I think we might avoid that. Okay, so we need to go to the Adventurers Guild. What's all this then? You got something for me? A letter. Now who would think to... Kiki-Poo! Haven't had a word from that old gal in ages. How's the dear doing? Let me see here. That's Kiki-Poo, alright. Time was I used to call in at the Silver Bazaar quite often. This was back when it was still bustling hub in Thailand, mind you. Old Kiki-Poo and I used to stay up till dawn talking about, well, whatever girls do. Kiki-Poo is the best, as the very heart and soul of the place, hells. Even most folks here in the city still remember her name. Breaks my bloody heart to hear that her and all them good folk are nearly forced out of their land. Dirty business is that. But I'm not to point of worrying just yet. I'll wager Gil to Googabloo Poop that Silver Bazaarl will rally back to its former glory before long. In any case, I thank the 12 you were there to help them. Here, for you on behalf of Kiki-Poo and the Bazaar. Ooh, another ring. There. It's a duplicate of what I've got. So we don't need that ring. We're gonna take the gold. Okay. Where was this thing? Oh, okay. That's the main story quest. Okay. Then they're thinking to myself, where am I supposed to be going? Okay, now we're looking to do the next quest here. We're still headed out to Blackbrush. Okay. We're gonna take the Chocobo. Chocobo Porter, please. I'd like to hire one. Oh. Did I? Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well, we're gonna take the teleporter. I was not gonna do this. I don't have too much in the way of... screw it, we're running. 194 gil. Oh, and see, this was the right decision. I can knock out some Hunter's Log while I'm there. When in doubt, walk. This is a lesson I've learned in life recently. There was a study that was recently completed. Random information that has nothing to do with Final Fantasy. There was a study that was recently completed that stated that walking actually has a bonus effect. Obviously, walking is good for you and all that jazz, but the amount of steps you get per day, there's actually been some backed up scientific data that states that people who walk 10,000 steps a day have a 50% chance less of dying. Which is crazy. That sounds like such a weird... Like, how do you track that? But apparently they did a sample size a test based on the various factors that would contribute to someone passing away or dying or their body breaking down. And apparently they did it against people who did 10,000 a day and people who did 3,500 a day. And it broke down that every 1,000 steps is a 12% improvement, which sounds sideways to me a little bit. I don't know how much I believe that. I'd love to see some, corroborating evidence, but interesting stuff. I've been doing a lot of walking lately. I'm going to be doing some walking after this. Alright, where is the porter? I didn't talk to him. That's why. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. You're coming out here anyways. So are you ready for inspection? Good. Everything passes in order. Yet know that naught is guaranteed in this world. Fickle is fate's mistress, after all. At any rate, capable adventurers like you are few and far between, and I would not have you throw your life away. I've had to bury too many comrades who brushed aside cracks in their halberds and dents in their helms. No matter what you face, do not disregard the importance of gear. Okay. Normally I would take this, but no, it's gonna take off the hat. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. I think that's an upgrade. Pop that on. All right. Cool. Let's go get it then, shall we? Ore wagons pass through this station every day, but without incident. Wagons coming and going from the dispatch yard to the south must pass through the tunnel that just watch. A tunnel in which some genius saw fit to put an ore storehouse, creating an ideal condition for cobalt to nest. So now the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in the tunnel we dug, and we're practically delivering meals to their doorstep. But no more. Inside the tunnel in question, you'll find a narrow fissure where the kobolds hide. Use this silver ore cluster to lure out the creatures and slay them. Time for tunnel clearing. See that bloke over there? His name is Osmond, and he's been hurt bad. Now, I ain't exactly my job to mind his business. I'm a torch. He's a blade. But at the end of the day, we're both people. You know what I'm saying? Any road. I went over him just earlier and asked what's wrong, but he refuses to tell me, that stubborn bugger. Seems his pride is more important to him than his life. What it is with men acting tough. I tell myself I've tried, but if the fella ends up kicking the bucket, I don't want that on my conscience. I know this is Sutton, and you couldn't try talking to him when drunk with a high potion. I'd sleep a deal better for it. I ain't got one on me, but one of them fellers over there undersells them. Very important, when you get the opportunity, repair your gear, although when leveling, not nearly as important. Buy a high potion here. I think we all know what vendors do. Breathe, Osborne. Good old boy, just breathe. Pain is just weakness leaving the goddams of my head. Only I had saved a high potion. This might be the end. Well, I really don't need this, but if you insist, give my thanks, adventurer. I was resigned to suffer in silence, for I, Osbert the Undying, veteran of countless battles, could not afford to show weakness to my colleagues and our allies. They looked to me for inspiration, you see. To think that I was almost brought low by a gentle blow to the head. I was only incapacitated for a few moments, I think. To repay you for your discretion in this delicate matter, I shall share with you my warrior's wisdom. If you must practice your juggling, use heavy stones at your own peril. My dude, you gave yourself a concussion juggling. Well, could be worse. Could have been juggling daggers. Right. We're gonna go do that little quest. Ooh, and there's bats up here too. Cool. We're gonna do both. Oh, gotta move. One of 8. I ran out of stuff. Yep, I wasn't paying attention to my manas. I ran out a little bit there. They have these conal attacks. I really should just run through them. I don't know why I don't do that, but I just have a tendency to run like straight instead. What is that over there? Looks like a ghost. Is that somebody mining? Oh, it is. Oh, okay. So, whenever you see those circles around a character, that means they're doing one of the gathering schemes. Like herbalism or mining or something like that. It's basically sort of like stealth. Double. It makes it so stuff doesn't attack them when they're doing that. Don't have to worry about something beating you up. It's nice. I was wondering what the ghost thing was because of the mount. I think that's from like Yoga Watch or something like that. Ah. There we go. Like one of those like 25 cents rides you see in front of a grocery store. More down here. Hope they've respawned out here. Cool. Alright, cool, we're done. but now we need to go help out with... What's the thinger? Cave. I haven't decided when I'm going to switch classes. The problem with switching classes in Final Fantasy is that if you're doing all the side quests on one class, then really the way to level your classes outside that is by using any of the alternate XP methods. So like dungeon, dates, levelments, which may be something that I end up using. But we'll see. Come to daddy. Oh boy. Nope. Well, that was... Uh-oh. Moving. There we go. Guess the lightning killed the other one. Nice. Alright. What level is this quest? Because that felt real easy. When you're looking at these, you can actually look up in the top left-hand corner and see what level they are. So this was level 9. So yeah, I'm a couple of levels ahead of that. I'm 4 levels above it now. I've been doing all the side quests. Well done. It shan't be easy work to keep the tunnel free of Colons, but our wagons should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruption in ore shipments threaten not only the interests of Yamalja and the sons of mineral companies' concerns, but Ulda herself, who might liken these train tracks as veins to the bare heart of our nation's lifeblood. If only we had more men like you to lend a hand. Oh, he's giving me a weapon upgrade. Okay. Go. What level are these at? 9. 9. Alright. I think we're gonna hire a porter. We're gonna go back to Ulda. I think we may end up taking the opportunity since we're 13 now and the quests are floating around 9. I may go ahead and go learn Arcanist and work on Arcanist a little bit. I'm wondering how easy it would be for me to keep those two levels together for a while. Because if it's just the two, Red Mage and Pictomancer and Blue Mage come way later. And they already start at a high level. So, like, maybe it would be more advantageous for him to learn all the mystical arts early? I think that's what we're going to do. Although I'm going to finish this one first. Because the first couple of levels are really easy to level up. Although, oh, there's something we need to do first. gonna have to go on the new player training. I think we're high enough in level for it now. But I'm not sure. I think maybe it's 15 that unlocks. Ah! You arrive before me upright and breathing. Wonderful! It's so much simpler to pose questions to a student without having to resort to necromantic divination. Tell me, traveler, what action would you take if I found your thermostatic endurance exhausted in the midst of battle? Brandish. Flee. Brandish my scepter like a club. Yeah, we'd flee. Oh? Most practical indeed. A decent withdrawal to await the replenishment of your energies is a sound strategy. But, should there be nowhere else to run, a vital of ether can be the stoutest ally. Ah, ether. Draft of the gods. We thermidors indeed, any who practice the art of arcane manipulations, value this substance above all others. Thus, it was with unbridled fury that we received the most recent report of Beastman activity. It seems the Amaja raiding party that attacked a caravan on the trade route and made off with the entire crate of precious ether. The time has come for you to put your knowledge to the test. Annihilate these Amaja bandits and retrieve the cargo of ether vials. According to the reports, their armored war transport was last spotted south of Drybone. Ah. And I believe Kokobink has the additional request. While you are busy incinerating the Amalja, be sure to collect some samples of their blood, assuming you can draw any from their smoking remains. Are they talking about when we got attacked in the cart by the Amalja? I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, that's right. I'm silly. So, another interesting fact about Final Fantasy XIV, as I was speaking to myself about, is Traveler going to try to learn all the arcane arts? I can't get access to the other ones till I hit about 15, because I need to travel outside of Ul'dah. See if the smiths will talk to me. Greetings, I'm one of the smiths, a stoker of fire and forges of fortune. As the dedicated members of the Adventurers Guild, I have been entrusted with the task of providing assistance to new adventurers. I see you have but recently taken up the adventurer's mantle. The possibilities of stretching out before you must be positively daunting. In the Adventurers Guild, we see new adventurers as fledgling heroes. You are our champions of tomorrow, our nascent stars of limitless potential. My fellow smiths and I here provide you with guidance, but the guild also enlists a cadre of veteran adventurers who will be happy to share with you their accumulated wisdom. You can recognize these helpful men and women with their title of mentor. Mentors stand ready to advise you on aspects of adventuring. They have hundreds of quests under their belt, and will likely have a solution for whatever dilemma might be causing you trouble. A mentor may even offer to accompany you on your own adventures. I highly recommend you take advantage of a mentor's aid to enrich your experiences in Eorzea. Pray do not hesitate to ask me if you'd like to know more. Okay, so apparently not. So later on, we're going to come do a quest chain with the smiths. They give you some pretty nice stuff. Basically a suit of here, and then a ring that gives XP bonus, which is nice. But we're not there yet. But I feel like this is a good stopping point. So, we're gonna come sit in the tavern. And we're gonna end it here. I may come back at some point in the near future for another video or another stream. But otherwise, ta-ta for now.